The main event of the panel, something we'd like to call the Mangaka Workshop.
Who's been waiting for this moment? Raise your hands! Who wants to become a mangaka? Whose dream is it to become a mangaka? Raise your hand! Yeah!
Alright, so we would like to please welcome Sasaki. Make sure that it's in all caps. Hisashi. He is Shueisha's Deputy Director of Shonen Manga Group, the former Editor-in-Chief of Weekly Shonen Jump, the man with the longest job title in the world, Hisashi.
こんにちは。自己紹介を。
こんにちは。少年ジャンプの佐々木でございます。
はい。
どうもこんにちは。
I am Sasaki from Shonen Jump. Nice to meet you. So, have anybody told you that you look like this guy? From this series right here.
ですね、大田先生、絵が上手すぎるんで、最近本当に初対面の人に会うと、がっかりしたことが多いです。こんなんですみません。
So, as you know, Mangaka Sensei's art is just like superb, and it looks way too cool in the picture right there, and it is throughout the series. So every time I meet like a new person recently, every time I see them, I see like kind of a disappointed look on their face. Sorry, I'm just kind of like this in a real person. So this is a little panel from a series called Bakuman. If you are an aspiring artist here in the audience, make sure to pick up the series and start reading, because it tells you a whole bunch of secrets about becoming a mangaka and really share all that ambitions. And volume 6 is going to be available on August 2, which is going to be, I guess, next week or a week after. So make sure to pre-order that at storywriter.com. So the reason why we brought Mr. Sasaki over to our panel, and also we call this panel secretly, well not so secretly, a Mangaka Workshop, is because we recently, on July 1st, announced the SJ Storyboard Contest. And what it is that we've been actually, for the very first time, seek for some storyboard that has been done by the US artist. And Sasaki-san over here has given us a theme, which is the summer adventure of a 13-year-old teenager who's dreaming of becoming a movie star in New York City. So what you're required to do is to draw a 4-page storyboard on a plain letter size paper, right to left format, of course, because it's manga. Draw the panels in pencil sketch forms, and make it legible handwriting, and it must be original work and no parodies. The reason why we're doing this is because we wanted to support those of you who want to become a mangaka, and we wanted to make this opportunity to learn together what it takes to become a mangaka and what it really consists of. Let's see. The grand prize winner and the 3 runners-up of this contest will receive the prizes, including art supplies. You would also get professional feedback from Sasaki-san and SJ editors ourselves on your piece that you have entered. And plus, right here, December-January issue of Shonen Jump. We're going to dedicate the whole issue and call it a Bakuman issue. We're going to have your work be shown on this particular issue in our print distribution.
Your work can be in Shonen Jump.
Think about it. So all the contents from this panel today is also going to be incorporated, as well as some of the extra conversation with Sasaki-san is going to be also included in there. So please look forward for that particular issue coming out. And in the meantime, we're going to be doing a few more contests on Twitter and such that would also go into there. So please keep an eye on it. The submission, You can either this time submit it by postal mail or by email. And if you just found out about this news today, don't worry, don't panic, because the deadline is actually August 15th. So the contest is going to go on for another while now. So if you're interested in this, go to sha.biz.com, the URL that's seen on the top, and find out more of these details.
Tell all your friends, all your artist friends, all your manga friends, tell them about this contest. This is like a real deal. You get critiqued by the man.
The man.
That's right, and remember that it's a storyboard contest, so don't forget to focus on the story. The art may be rad, but if the story sucks, then, right?
No, your story can't suck. That's okay. So we would like to move into the critique. Sasaki-san, before that, I wanted to ask you your opinions on what we are looking for in those entries that is going to be judged in the SJ Storyboard Contest.
そうですね、この最初のお題をですね、出したその理由なんですけども、この題に関しましては、現実のお話でも、ファンタジーの両方を稼ぐということで、作者の方のですね、想像力がどこまであるかということを、まず見たいと思ってお題を出します。
So when I actually came up with this theme for this assignment, there's a reason behind it. Is because depending on the imagination of the creator or the artist, you can basically turn this synopsis into the premise into either a realistic setting story or something like a fantasy story. So there's actually definitely a lot of room in becoming flexible and very creative.
さらに4ページという非常に短いページ数ですので、アイデア、ストーリー、キャラクターを、非常にコンパクトにまとめる必要がありまして、参考整理というものも、判断しています。
So the other thing about this contest is that the really limited space of just using 4 pages, which would actually take a really high-level skill of coming up with a real plan to show the characters, setting, and then the overall story of your storyboard within just those 4 pages. Takes definitely a lot of skills of becoming being a mangaka. That's what I wanted to test. So we're going to start showing some of the entries that has been entered so far. You can look at these stories at sj.biz.com later if you're interested in it. But he's going to have a general some thoughts about it just from what you can see on the screen.
ですね、4ページしかないということもありますけれども、基本的に漫画で一番大事なことというか、一番じゃないですけど、大事なことの一つ、見やすさ、分かりやすさというのがあります。
So, especially because the limits of the pages are just 4 pages, some of the most important aspect in this contest is how easy is it to understand and how easy is it to look at these storyboards.
この作品はですね、お話はいいんですけれども、特に3ページ目、一番最初のところですけれども、どの順番で説明書になるのかよくわからないということがすごく気になりますね。
So this particular piece has a very interesting story. However, especially the 3rd page, it's a little bit quite complicated to find out how to follow those bubble speech to actually continue to read the story.
あと4ページ目もですね、どのコマから読んでいけばいいのか、その右の真ん中にあるコマが一番目立っちゃったんですけども、それを一体何番目に読めばいいかということが分かりにくい。
And then on the 4th page, when you look at it, you can tell that it's a little bit difficult to tell which is the panel you're supposed to begin reading. The main focus, obviously, is the main character on here, but then there's a few other panels that leads up to it, and it's a little bit difficult to follow the path that's right here.
ですので、コマ割りを作るときはですね、読者の気持ちになって読書を読みやすい構成を考えてやっていただきたいと思います。
So when you think about the panel works of manga, you have to be kind of considerate to the audience and the people who are reading it, and make sure that there's no way of making a mistake of how to read this manga.
これ2番目の作品、イタリアさんの作品なんですけども、ですね、これは漫画を描き始めたばっかりの方がですね、犯しやすい間違いをしています。
So this piece by Isabella-san she's doing this something that usually happens to a kind of like a beginner manga artist, which is it's kind of a common mistake.
それ何かと言いますとですね、顔のキャラクターの顔のアップのパッドばかりを使ってしまっている。
The thing that I'm pointing out here is that she has a lot of panel that is focused on the characters' faces really up close.
キャラクターのことを描きたいと思うがまりこういうことになることが多いんですけれども、これですと画面が単調になるばかりではなく、このお話自体がどこで行われているかという状況が分かりにくくなります。
So she must have really wanted to, put a life into these characters in this piece. However, when the character is just shown up close, it's difficult to tell what is going around in the settings, and also it becomes kind of it starts to become a little bit redundant in terms of the visuals.
ですので、状況がよくわかる、ロングで引いたカット、それからミドルのカット、それからキャラクターのアップのカット、この3種類をですね、バランスよく使うことを心がけてください。
So to resolve this issue, the best thing you can do is to think about the balance between the panel works that uses kind of a landscape long shot, more like a torso and up middle lengths, and then also the focus close-up panel works, and then kind of uses the combination of all three.
3番目はですね、藤田君ですね。ですね、この作品はですね、特に2ページ目なんですけども、一般的にですね、漫画におけるコマの数はですね、少なければ少ない方がいいと言われております。
For this particular piece by Hector, especially look at the page number 2, there's a lot of panels that is crammed into a single page. And like as a basic rule of manga, it's actually better to keep kind of a minimum number of panels.
それ必ずしも、説明しきれないことがあったら、羽の数が取れること仕方がないんですけども、ほとんどの漫画家さんは基本的には1ページ7コマ以上使わないと思います。
So in this case, I understand why he was doing this because of the page number limits. But most of the professional mangakas only basically keep up to 7 panels in each page.
4番目の、レイさん、の作品ですけども、これは先ほどの、2番のちょっとアップカットの方にダブルさんの作品になりましたが、非常に入り方がよろしいですよね。ロングから引いてミドルで入ってで主人公にフォーカスしていくという。1ページ目で主人公がどういうシチュエーションでどういう主人公が、この話の主人公なのかということをきちんと分からせていると。これは非常にいいです。
So this piece by Ray is, in comparison to the piece by Isabella, it actually has a really strong beginning where it starts out as a long shot, it goes a little bit closer into the middle shot, and then up close finally to focusing on the main characters. And within the very first page, you can pretty much tell what the main character looks like and what he's doing and what he's trying to do. And he did actually a quite good job on that.
であとはこのキャラクターがですね、とても魅力的であれば、さらに非常に面白い作品になっているということです。
And particularly for this piece, it would make it really interesting if you can make the main characters very attractive, and then in terms of how you can connect or attach to the main character, that would make this piece much stronger.